What's up, peeps? What's up? Greetings. I just want to talk to y'all for a minute. Not long, but for a quick minute. I want to talk to y'all about the Black Cosmic Spiritual Mother. I want to talk to y'all about nature. So, I've been inspired. I've been inspired to create this video because it's something that I've actually been learning myself and coming more into and embodying the full consciousness of it, and just seeing the truth more for what it is the more I come out into nature. So we've been taught a patriarchal system, okay, because we've been colonized. But before colonialism, what was, you know what I'm saying? Because we're only taught what the government want us to know. We're only taught what the churches want us to know. We're only taught what this outward ruling society wants us to know. And that is because of the colonizing. That is because what our ancestors knew, what the ancients knew, was the way of nature. It was not the way of a system of man. We built systems around nature that's conducive to nature, that mimics nature. And what they have done is created systems that go against nature. So we've been indoctrinated to go in different ways that's not conducive to nature. Hi. Y'all, I'm at this park, and no bullshit, it's so much space. And I'm talking about, I done picked a real ducked off part, a part that ain't even by the trail, none of that. And this woman gonna come over here with her damn dogs and got in my video. So that's why I'm saying, like, when you still like, when you're still like in this, I'ma just say in this matrix system. And what I mean by that is, until you can get to a place where you can just be one with the land, like it's just you and the land, like you, your family, and the land type shit, then you're still gonna always run into whatever, you know, in public places. You still gonna run into these types of people, you know, and it's like, this shit go deep, because some people that you meet, entertain, come across, they're people that are still locked into a certain way of thinking, into a certain program. So if you're a person who's breaking out of the mindset of an indoctrinated mind, a slave mind, a Willie Lynched mind, a colonized mind, you're going to have people who's going to come along your path to put that implant back in your mind, to have you thinking in the old ways that no longer served, worked out, or that was bullshit. So even when people like want to shake your hand or anything, like, man, be careful of that shit, for real, because energy transfer is real. And whatever they think and feel, it'll get on you. Then here you go having another spiritual battle within yourself about what you believe. You feel me? But anyway, back to the matter. That's kind of getting off subject, but it's still on subject. But getting back to the matter, we've been indoctrinated to believe in a whitewashed history. It's so much truth out here now. Like, it's so much truth. It's so many people talking about this shit. It's so many people waking up. It's so many people moving and operating different in the earth. America is done. America has went around colonizing. Britain went around colonizing. Almost any and everywhere you go in the world has been colonized. What we're fighting in the earth is an entity that's not pure, that's not natural, that's not organic. And it has created its children, its minions, that reinforces its force on the earth. So when they say God is not force, it's like, but their God that they've created is forceful. It's forcing you into a system. You're being forced to go to a public school. You're being forced to have a birth certificate. You're being forced to have a social security card. What the fuck is all that? Why do I need any of them fucking documents and paperwork? All to be a slave in your system. And then if I'm not a slave in your system, then I'm considered a rebel. I'm considered a gypsy. I'm considered a witch. I'm considered a defiant. I'm considered disobedient, because that's falsehood. When the animals give birth, is they getting a fucking social security card and all that shit? Do they gotta pay for their food and their housing? No. So why the fuck are we? If we were seated here, if the goddess created us, and the earth is our home, the earth is our land, the earth is our birthright, then that means, bitch, we can be anywhere the fuck we want to be. If I want to give birth right here in this fucking park, I can just do that and take my baby home with me. Take my baby wherever the fuck we want to go. I don't have to go to your hospital. I don't have to go to your doctors. I don't have to do shit. And then they put in the masses' mind that if you don't comply and you don't do it, then it's going to be a consequence, a repercussion. It's going to be something very negative, something very terrible that's going to happen to you if you don't bow down to that master, if you don't bow down to that God, if you don't comply and go that way. And then you see that for people who are trying to come into the knowledge of the truth, and you still go to a hospital and you try and exercise your birthright, your fucking manifested God self birthright to these people, to these agents, what they do? They look at you crazy. They be like, oh, the mother or the father is incompetent. They're this, they're that. So then they want to take your baby. They want to take you to jail. They want to do all this fucked up shit. And then, as a people, we keep allowing them to do these things to us, to our children, because we've been afraid. We've been suppressed. We've been not wanting to exercise our natural force that comes from nature. Common sense, well, I ain't gonna say common sense, but your natural inner navigation is, okay, yes, to not be in fear of an animal. You shouldn't be in fear of anything. We were not given a spirit of fear. However, it's a respect and a reverence. When you see Animal Planet and shit, and you see these other beings go and try and mess with the animals' babies and shit, that animal is ready to whoop your ass. That animal is going to use the force of nature and get down on your ass. Because you ain't taking my food, you ain't taking my kids, you know what I'm saying? So we have been psychologically fucked with to where we're scared to exercise that power, that stance, that no, that masculine, the true masculine, not the masculine that they've pushed on us, but I'm talking about that real balance of the feminine and masculine, but knowing when to use your masculine force as a male and female. We are self-governed. Yes, when we don't have our right mind, our balanced mind, then yes, you know, woo. You can have somebody come in and be driving your ship for you. But when you become the captain, the pilot, the driver of your own ship, because this is a spaceship too, this physical vessel, this avatar. Don't you see off the movie Avatar, if he don't have his consciousness in his body, the body is dead. If you don't have the breath, your body is dead. You see, when you pass out, when you lose consciousness, when you become unconscious, it's like you're laying there dead. So just imagine another entity, another thought form coming into your vessel, taking over that bitch while you still unconscious. Though you're walking around, you still just not there yet in your mind. So look, that's a part of the warfare that we're dealing with in the earth, because of all these different philosophies, ideologies, all this different shit. But when you put the book down and just look out in nature, study nature and follow nature, you will be okay. When you come back into the spirit, you will be okay. When you come back into the breath, you will be okay. But when we're in our fallen state, we acting like animals. We acting like we don't know what the fuck to do. But I can't even really say we acting like animals, because animals, shit, they know more than we do. They're more civilized than we are. They're always in nature. They know the ways and the balance. They know the rhythm. We lost rhythm because we've been forced into a false system. We've been forced to pay bills. We've been forced to be stressed the fuck out. Then you're relying on all these outward things. You're relying on creature comforts to fill that void within you that you feel. So then you become gluttonous because you eating and all these things, because you don't understand why within you so angry, or you know, whatever. You don't realize that you're imbalanced. You don't realize that the environment, the system that you're in and that you've been in, is not conducive to your beingness. That's why I say know who and what you are. You just been taught, I'm a human being, I'm a human, I'm a man, I'm a woman. But it's more to you than that. You got to get scientific with this shit. You got to get spiritual with this shit. Nature is the environment that we have to be in. Melanated, copper, brown people, black people. Why? Because everything in nature is melanin. The grass, the trees, the sky. Though we think black as in the color black, but it's different hues all around you. Chlorophyll is a form of melanin. Tree bark, it's all the dirt. This is the air that we breathe. This is the energy exchange that we should be engaging in, the communion that we should be in. The church is us, is the spirit. Me communing with you. This is church. If you was right here physically right now and we're outside of nature, that's church. But when we go into our homes or a restaurant or whatever, and they got fake lights in there, they have artificial air, artificial heat in there, that's a false system. This is the real system. They get everything from nature. Don't you see it? They replicate everything from nature, but they're not replicating it pure. They're replicating it in a destructive, harmful way. When you leave the air on at your home and you go to sleep, you get like sick because that's false air. When you in the car and you put the air on, that's false air. That's too harsh for your system that you can't handle. And it creates a cold. It creates all these viruses and all this sickness. When you stay close to nature, there is no virus, there is no sickness. When you partake of nature, there is none of that of the Western world, of the European, of the colonial man. Nature do not give you no fucking hamburger. Nature does not give you a hot dog and pizza and ice cream and shit. She gives you the natural things that can restore you, heal you, fuel you, replenish you, and repair you. She don't give you things that can mess you up. Now, it's some things in nature that can mess you up. Like, it's some things that are poisonous. But it's a reason for that. It's a reason for everything in nature's system. But we will run to Big Pharma before we would run to thyme, oregano, rosemary. Just coming out here barefoot, hugging a tree, praying, setting our intentions, speaking life, saying to your body, heal, saying to your body, you are okay, saying to your body, life affirmations. We've been programmed to even just be so negative with our words. So we're putting curses on ourselves. We've been doing so much, and we have to correct these things, but it's through the knowledge, a certain kind of knowledge. We have to be reprogramming ourselves with a certain knowledge to be back right, to be back balanced. Because it's knowledge out there that is not good. It's knowledge out there that can corrupt you. It's knowledge out there that's not going to lead you to a path of life and abundance. We've been stripped from nature. Nature is our mother. We try to get so much love from our physical parents that we forget that we're cosmic spiritual beings. We forget that our true identity is that of the spirit, not of the flesh, not of the physical. That's why we be here 1 minute and then we go back out. We always weaving in and out of life. This is just one life in the right here, right now. Here today, gone tomorrow. You know that saying? Then you're back again in the oneness. Then you can experience this again. Then you can be back in the oneness. But we have forgotten for so long, for so many life cycles, for so many thousands, for however the fuck long. We've fallen, okay? We've fallen from this knowledge, but that's why in this particular life cycle, in this particular time, it's a remembrance. It's a remembering of this. Even for these other beings. But for melanated, copper, brown, indigenous, aboriginal people, it's crucial and critical for us to remember, because we are the first here. We are the representations here. We are the first manifestations here. And that is how these other beings, these other nations, these other people can know who God really is, who Goddess really is in the earth. The breath is in all of us, yes, but it's a significance and it's a difference in those that have a darker hue, a darker complexion. It's a different type of thinking and makeup, because you're the closest thing to nature. Just like when they say a baby is the closest thing to God when it's first born, that's us. We've been taught to be so masculine that we're not soft enough, receptive enough to the feminine, to the mother, to the mama, to the Holy Spirit, to the breath. And then you have a doctrine that says that the breath is evil. To do deep breathing is evil. To embody the life force energy, which is all around you, is evil. To fucking breathe is evil, my guy. What it is we've been taught to hate ourselves. So we've adopted a doctrine that can help us to hate ourselves. Do you know that? Do you know that copper, brown people, black people started to hate themselves? So you got all these other people running around here acting like you, taking up your culture, taking up your ways, taking up wanting to go out and be in nature, taking up the natural ways of the earth, while you all stuck on a false doctrine and a false God, because you too afraid to know yourself again. You too afraid to embody yourself again. You too afraid to be yourself again, to know who you are again, and to stand and walk in that authority and in that power. That's the true power and authority. It don't matter what name you give it. But to know the force, the authority that's within you and all around you. That's true power. Why do you think so much has been on the mind of black people, to where they say the majority of mental illness and stuff come from black people? It's black people that got all these mental issues and health issues, because our mental been fucked up. We've been brainwashed, and we keep brainwashing ourselves with the same repetitive bullshit that we've already been brainwashed with. So then when we try to enter in a new program, it's going to collide. It's going to cause friction with that of the old, because you got to understand how the mind works. The mind works as a computer, as a muscle, as a it's routine based, it's repetition based. So if all your life you've been told something, and then you come to a point of realization, of awakening, where it's like, man, I don't rock with that no more. I don't believe that no more. You start to change your mind. You start to change something. The ego don't like that. The devil don't like that. What they call That part of you, it doesn't like that. So it fights against it. So you got to have enough authority and power within yourself to override that program. To say, nah, nigga, that ain't what it is. This is what I say now. So then you say, get thee behind me, Satan. And then you have power over that within you. It's within you. If your mind want to keep believing in lack and believing that you less than and believing that you ain't shit and believing that you cannot have, you're going to have what you speak. If you keep believing that and speaking like that and operating like that. But if you say, nah, baby, I'm abundant. The Most High God, Goddess will not withhold anything good from me. No, this is what it is. This is what I say it is. And you stay walking in that. You stay training yourself in that. You will eventually become that. And the devil will flee. It'll flee. But first, you got to go through that warfare. First, you got to go through that dark night of the soul to come out of all that. To come out of all that disbelief. Not believing in yourself. Not wanting to express your love and your creativity. Not wanting to be happy. Dumbing yourself down. Putting yourself down for the satisfaction of other people. No. Regain yourself. Regain your confidence and your strength. No matter what. No matter what. What they say off of, it's in my head. And I say, hey, hey, what a wonderful kind of day. What do you say? You got to listen to your heart. Listen to the rhythm. Listen to the beat. What was that? Arthur? Was that Arthur? I think it was Arthur. I have to look that up, but that was channeled. That just came in my mind. It was just like, that's what it is. You got to listen to your heart, listen to the rhythm, get back in the rhythm of the earth. The earth has a heartbeat. The earth is alive. If the earth was created before us, then the earth is God's creation. That means that she has a higher divine intelligence than we do. So when we plug in and when we tap in and when we commune and reconnect with that, then we can remember our God selves again. We can remember our true spiritual identity again. We can remember our cosmic origins again. As above, so below. We can remember that. Oh. And then it's like, yeah, you just forgot. Because literally, when you be still and know that I am God, when you're walking around in the grass, in the sand, when you putting your feet on the tree, hugging the tree, when you just being intimate again with creation, you're communing with God, because you know that then you can really see, know and feel that there is a creator and that you are all one. You're all one with the experience. But when you keep yourself so busy and trying to keep up with the Joneses, and you're work, and then when it's time for you to have some play, you can't even really have no play, because you're either on your phone, your mind won't calm down for you to really be in the presence. So you trying to rush back to your car, rush back home. You can only come out, sit out in nature for 2 seconds. Then you trying to rush back and do some more work. Or you trying to go jump right back into the matrix. You get right back in the car to get back in the rat race, blowing your horn, honking your horn, cussing somebody out on the road. It's like you like that shit. People can start to really like that type of strifeful life. I remember it was a commercial that would come up on, like, it was an ad, and it was like 2 white people trying to go out in nature, And it was like, nah, it's too quiet. So they went on YouTube and had cars just playing for their mind to hear while they out in nature. So I was like, wow, like, damn, it's like, that's crazy, because it's some people that's probably really like that, where it's like they don't like the quiet. They don't like when things are just in flow. It does something to them. And that's just crazy, you know, because that's the gift of God, you know, that's the gift of the goddess right there. But people like the lie more than the truth. People like going to work and working for this system and being all in that type of lifestyle, opposed to the simple way, the natural way. And it's not to condemn nobody of how you feel or where you're at in your journey. You know what I'm saying? It's just to share some insight and some light. But it's like, you know, you doing what's working for you. If you're in an environment or a situation or operating and working through a certain type of system, that's your business. You know, I'm not here to really just say like what's right or what's wrong. I'm just showing how we have been colonized, we have been brainwashed, what is available to us if we would change. You know what I'm saying? That's it. It's just being like a way shower. Okay? A lot of people, you know, people are becoming interested in my life because of what I speak about. And, you know, I'm just telling you what it is. I'm just telling you how I used to have this certain type of life and this type of thinking, and now I have a new thinking. I have a new mind. Explaining how that came about, explaining my different processing, and basically my spiritual growth. What my channel was all about. It's all about spiritual growth. This is what it's about. And yeah, as I learn, I share, and, you know, just be a helping hand to those who are, you know, resonate with me, or kind of like on the same type of path as me, or like just like-minded like me. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to share that with y'all, and help y'all to remember, man. Remember your mother. You know, even in scripture it say, honor thy mother and thy father. And it's not just your physical earthly parents, it's the elements, it's nature. You have the masculine and feminine in nature as well. You know, you have it in the cosmos as well. So we have to give reverence and respect to both. And it's been an imbalance because we've given so much reverence to the masculine, to the father, when in actuality creation is feminine. The feminine principle. We keep associating things with physicality, but in essence is feminine. And the reason why it's like a rise in femininity is because it's been so much imbalance, and now the scales are being balanced. It's a balancing of the scales right now. You have to have both, but both have to still give honor and reverence to the principle over it of what it really is, and that's feminine. It's not to say that a woman is trying to be like greater than a man or anything like that. It's just what is. And humans, man has had a problem with what is. That's why they created different doctrines and different systems and ways to go against what is. So when you try and go against what is, you try and have a war with God, and you try and have a battle with nature or whatever, then yeah, you asking for a crazy ass whooping. You asking for a crazy warfare. You know what I'm saying? Because you're upsetting that which is. And that which is very intelligent. It's highly intelligent. And we have fallen away from our divine intelligence because melanin is intelligent. We are intelligent beings. We are spiritual beings. We're cosmic beings. We're not here to be dumb and stupid and ignorant. Ignorance is no more. This is the age of Aquarius, baby. Ignorance is no more. So all the dark age that we've been in, of being in ignorance, of being in fear, of being in lack, of being in all that, it's no more. Now we know. So now that you know better, now you do better. You start to take different action. All right? That's my message to y'all. Take whatever resonates, whatever don't. Hey, it's all love. It's cool. Peace.